Hey everyone, it's Speechy here with more Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Last episode, we took on the final world, Hollow Bastion. Locked up the keyhole, but at the cost, we won't be able to see Leon, Yuffie, or Aerith again. Maybe at some point in the future, but for right now, we won't be able to see them ever again. They will be in our hearts forever, and deep in our hearts with the power of friendship. In this episode, we're gonna head on out to this next world right here, somewhat the final world. And honestly, I would say this adventure has been one wild. I would say I really did enjoy it. Get into adventure with all of you, my subscribers, my viewers, all that type of stuff. And I'm very thankful that I'm able to have these videos come out so well. Semi-perfect well. I know a lot of my videos from 2 years ago have not, from like 2 years ago and a half, have not been looking well, but I've been improving on the videos. And I will say a few things. Some of my videos, like my Pokemon videos, somehow got a lot of views. Nearly all my videos got a lot of views. Almost like 500 to like 1,000. I guess it makes sense because Pokemon is quite popular to the games I've been playing, the few other games I've been reviewing for this channel. Well, that I can thank a lot. Thanks for all the support with all of you, and for my Pokemon videos or any other videos I've done. I'm really grateful for all of you, especially this Let's Play here. This was a game that I've had many memories of, 6 years ago when I was still a teenager, you know? Because, 2019 was a very different time. Trying out new stuff from like YouTube and stuff like that, getting to try new things, and honestly, this was a game that really did something else for me. It probably really helped me get into other like roleplay games and like the series and stuff like that. I think one of my first role-playing games, besides Pokemon anyway, but this game really does mean a lot to me, just like one of my other favorite game of all time. This video really does mean a lot to me, and for all of you. But here we are. End of the world. Here we are.
Gorge, is that all that's left of the worlds taken by the Heartless?
Those worlds will be restored if we beat Ansem, right?
You betcha!
But if we do beat him, and all these worlds become restored and disconnected, what's gonna happen to this place? And to us?
Well,
This is a Heartless world, so maybe it'll just disappear.
huh?
But no worries. Even if this place goes poof, our hearts ain't going nowhere. I'm sure we'll find our pals again. Yep, I just know that we will.
Yeah, you're right. I'll return this. I promise.
Yeah. Alright guys. Here it is. The end of the world. The final world of the game. And a son, Genki Dama. Basically, the end of the world, basically this first area, basically, I think after a certain turn, black holes pop out of nowhere and spawn a gauntlet of enemies. But we get some new enemies right here. These guys are, I don't know what they're called. I guess Demon Heartless. I guess you could say that. Not entirely sure what they're really called, but they do hurt really hard and hit really hard. But they do drop out like HP bubbles or HP balls, which is really good, and MP bubbles. There was a chest over there that I could have gotten. In this first area, there's a lot of chests that you can collect that have like synthesis materials for you to get, which I think is really good, because a lot of these chests do contain some interesting stuff, but some of them do contain enemies like Dark Balls, Demon Heartless, stuff like that. All that type of stuff. But this place isn't really all that bad. Oh yeah, these guys also drop other synthesis materials like Gale. You're gonna need those a lot. You're really gonna need those. Pretty stone. Once you beat those monsters in the boxes, hey, classic Final Fantasy tradition, monster in the box. They'll basically drop their like materials and stuff like that. There's like a lot of invisible walls over here, so you gotta like, I guess, maneuver your way through. Basically goes in like a pattern. If that makes any sense. You gotta follow the arrows or the platforms, basically formed as arrows. And we have a behemoth. Yeah, you'll also find one of these. Yeah, you'll fight different kinds of enemies like behemoths, Dark Balls, heck, even regular Heartless. But there's also some other new enemies in this place. So just like, you know, keep that in mind.
Heal. Wind.
Just remember, the arrow strategy works. Remember, arrows also good for not only multi-hit damage, but also for defensive. Bam. And it's also a pretty good place for like grinding, you know, gain some levels. And we get a Mithril shard. Mithril.
Goofy.
Good, okay, good. Oh, great. This will happen from time to time. There they are. These glass-type harpies. Basically, after you hit them a certain amount of time, they like do like this guard move where they'll prevent them taking any more damage, which is honestly really annoying. And they're like immune to certain types of magic. If that makes any sense. I think all types of magic basically stop. Or something like that, I don't know. I mean, you can use stop on them. I'll probably have to check soon once we fight them again. But get a lot of items right here. Get all the items you can, because you will need them for later to negate a bit of grinding. Oh, Stun Impact, and we get defense increase. Stun Impact is another combo finishing modifier, which is actually pretty cool. It may not be as strong, but it puts the enemy on stun. which I think it's a pretty decent move. Pretty interesting finisher. Get all these HP balls. Pretty stone. Check that out. Oh, it's 2 MP. I'll move triple drive because it's hasn't been coming up all too lately. So a cottage. Fly over here. Now you think you could just walk over here. You can. But more monsters in a box do. And honestly, this place is pretty decent for like the level grinding, like I mentioned before. Until you get to the last part of the area. Like there are a lot of battles here. And that's Sun Impact right there. It's not threatening to like big moves like these guys, but the smaller moves with smaller HP and defenses, it tears them up. It always does like stun, so it's like. Got another Gale. And another monster in the box. This is the last one, by the way. Having a high damaging weapon is just so good to have. Let's get a high potion, which is nice. AP up. We all know who that's going to. Sora. Means I could put a Ripple Drive back on. But now we're gonna head off to that little portal right there. If we're able to. Remember a visible wall, so. Trying to remember. Actually, let me use one item, blue sword. Yeah. There we go. And that shows up. Another behemoth. A lot of behemoths that have been coming up lately. Well, heartless behemoths, I mean to say. There's no behemoth. At the end of the day, there's no behemoth.
Come on!
Yeah, look at all the damage that you took.
Defense! Come on!
And look how much damage I've been taking. I've been taking quite less.
This is it!
shard. Quickly get that. I wonder where that Ansem filler would. Dive into the most dangerous place and we'll find him. Interesting place, I will say. Quite rocky, to say the least. There are a few items here that you are able to get. Right here. Meteor Strike. That's something for Donald. Raises attack, but lowers his MP. Not really all that useful because Donald does not focus on physical attacks. Like, you could really just give him like a 1 that increases his magic stat by like 3. That isn't his ultimate weapon. Also get another Ultima G. Just checking if there is anything else here. And there is. There's a total of 3 chests in this place. Drill G. Scroll up. Gotta see if there's anything else here. And there is another chest there. Full life G. A lot of gummy parts I don't really care because I don't build the gummy ship. But they're still there if you really do feel like wanting to build a gummy ship. Little sparkly effects. Actually looks really nice. Climb up these veins, whatever they're called. Heal up a bit. But now we head down here. What this is. We have step aside here. It's basically a gauntlet of enemies in the world that we went through in our adventure. And honestly, I think it's a pretty cool way to show how much we've really gone through our adventure. And also, enemies drop items in here, which is actually pretty interesting.
Come on.
Both these places we use as like a good grinding spot for like materials you aren't able to like get naturally. And all the enemies here pretty weak, not even all that interesting. They're basically the same enemies we fought before, so nothing too spectacular. Just large bodies, these heartless knights. And all stuff like that. Well, we are getting a lot of experience for it.
Take that.
Just remember, hit these guys in the back, and they're done. Spirit Gem. Few of these reimagined these gauntlet sectors have items, just not a lot, so keep that in mind. I don't think you really have to do all of them, but I just like doing them just to know how much I've really grown, and you know, extra experience, you know. Cross shard.
Take that!
Ooh, Thunder Ring.
Come on! Come on!
Okay, there we go. Thunder Gem. Now I will say this, I guess one thing about the worlds themselves. I know that people back in the day who played this game was like, wow, so many Disney worlds. Have some of my favorite Disney worlds, like Tarzan, Aladdin, all that stuff like that. But a lot of the TV shows that I never got to watch as a kid, a lot of these worlds don't really like mean much to me. I mean, I know I've seen them from like YouTube and stuff like that, but not from the actual. I guess that could be a reason why, like, I don't really care for most of them. Because, like, again, I never grew up with a lot of Disney movies. Or that just could be me, like, you know, the more I grow, the more I'm more mature, my head matures, and, like, I start caring less about certain things and, like, certain games. I just want to play. Just have fun, play the game, stuff like that. I just want to, like, you know, really understand. But I can understand why a lot of people like some of the Disney worlds in this game, and why most of them don't really do well for them. But if you do have a favorite Disney world, by all means. I don't really, like, you know, care what you like. As long as your favorite Disney world helps you enjoy the game even more. That's all that matters. Ooh, that's a big one. Bright Crystal. Cross Gem. Besides some original worlds like Hollow Bastion and maybe Traverse Town, there's a lot of Disney worlds in this game. A lot of Disney references that you can enjoy. Like Beauty and the Beast, stuff like that. Oh, and this little world. I never really got to really show off some summons. We'll show off some of them later, but actually, when we're going to this verse first, I want to come back in here and show off one summon that's actually really, you know, good. Well, actually, not just yet. Because our level 3 Thunder Spell is not fully powered up yet. We got 2 power shards. These sniper wows are annoying. Right, Gem. But yeah, it could be just me not really having that much of a Disney feel for most of these worlds. But I would still say they're still pretty cool to travel in, regardless Cause like, it's like watching the original movies, but just as Sora, Donald, Goofy, and it's like a completely different one, you know? Makes quite a few things like different. And having something different while making it cool, it's okay to say the least.
Take that!
Not always perfect, because bigger is not always better. But yeah,
Come on!
it's like people say bigger's not always better, and honestly, that's kind of right. But making something very big, but also having it big doesn't always make it better. I may be messing up my words a bit, but it's like, say you're playing like a video game that has a mix of everything, but that mix is still not as good as some other games do it better. If that makes any sense. Like some of the best games of all time, like Minecraft. Yeah, maybe the best game of all time, but there's still some things that still make it as near as perfect for most fans of the Minecraft community. Like, yeah, you have the ability to basically make whatever you want your thoughts desire. But there's some things you're still a bit limited on in terms of like creation and stuff like that. I guess that's where I'm trying to get at. Cause like I said, when a game comes out in a certain year and it does well, it's considered a really, really good game. But it's still not as perfect as it comes out to be. Cause like, I don't ever think there will be like a game that will ever be perfect, come out as 100% perfect, or have its flaws. Because every game has like a certain flaw that it has, basically. Basically what I'm trying to say or trying to get at.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
Go.
Come on!
Kind of just my viewpoint on the whole thing. Lucid Gem. Yeah, that's basically my whole point of some of the Disney ones. They're good, but for the most part, they still aren't perfect. Still not as perfect as people make them out to be. It's like you could have a significant plot in one world, but then that plot starts becoming irrelevant until like later in the game, and that's kind of just throws the whole selling point of, like, Mighty Shield. That kind of just holds the whole selling point of like why this whole story plot is so irrelevant. Like, why have it in the first place if like it's not gonna be irrelevant like ever again? Basically, a whole huge synopsis. Now we're back in Pay the Rules world. No item there, which means we can head out. We do want to get that. But, and we have a little secret placement. What's this about?
Heal.
Interesting. There's a lot of heartless demons. You gotta be careful.
Donald!
Alright, let's see what this place is about. First, we get this chest right here. Elixirs. Once born of the hard and darkness devoid of hearts. Ravage all worlds and being desolate. Seize all hearts and consume the great heart. All hearts to be one. One heart encompasses all. Realize the destiny, the realm of Kingdom Hearts. The great darkness seals within the great heart. Progeny of darkness, come back to eternal darkness, for the heart of light shall unseal the path. 7 hearts, 1 keyhole. 1 key to the door of darkness, tied by 2. The door of darkness to seal the light. None shall pass, but shadows returning to the darkness. One born of the heart of darkness, hunger for every heart until the dark door is open. Basically the magic word for these guys to come out. But honestly, this is actually very interesting. You may wonder why I haven't talked much about the story. It's because the story I feel like is a bit bland, to say the least. Let's say that bland. But more on that later. We jump inside here. Fantasia.
Wind.
We all know that Fantasia. From the Disney rhythm. I never saw it, so yeah, I can't relate. But yeah, Fantasia herself, or himself. Basically, he just stands around and basically he'll swing for like a time. His weakness is his head. So what I basically do is like get arrow spell to do like multi damage. And use my strong attack to basically damage him. He has other attacks. Basically, he'll do like a wind attack, and he'll spawn up a firewall. He also has like a fire breathing attack. Here it comes right here.
This should help. Defense.
Basically, what I do is just like get arrow spell, like I said before, and just damage him up to the wazoo. Here it comes again.
Heal.
With arrow spell, it doesn't really do that much, but
Goofy.
get all the healing stuff you can. Basically, this was a few times. Then other times that glide is used in this. it hasn't really been all that useful. And that's empty gift.
Goofy!
But yeah, this fight is really not all that like hard. He also like has a melee attack, Fire Beam. And it's, yeah, that firewall really does hurt.
Here!
Do that to get the goof.
Goofy! Donald!
Get it out
Heal!
of the way. Okay, thank you, Donald. He's almost dead. He just likes to, like, move his body around. You can also deflect those fireballs.
Heal!
He pops up that fire attack pretty often. And you can't go behind him when he's doing that, like, wind attack. But I would say this right here is actually a pretty interesting boss fight. Bam, and he's dead. You learned Super Glide. Not really all that useful since we're at the end of the game, but just a little bit, just in case. Super Glide is basically regular glide, just you move faster in the air, and you hover for a lot longer when you descend. And it's not really all that useful because you're already at the end of the game, so it's like, you know. But here we are. Let me take out some high potions for me. Some for Goofy does get a very big pouch of like items, basically. Basically, you're gonna need this because it's a gauntlet. We're around our mid-level, so and we're going here. Behemoth. This is like what? The fourth Behemoth we fought? These things are getting pretty annoying, pretty old. Oh, no, wait, no! We're gonna have to find another one! Ah. Come on, Behemoth. There he goes. See that door? We gotta go through a whole gauntlet for that door to crack. Which means gauntlet time. And really not all this gauntlet's really not all that bad. It can get bad if you're really getting jumped or really getting annoyed. Honestly, it can get really like tedious with the amount of enemies that just like do annoying crap. But honestly, it's not that bad until these guys show up. The Heartless Demons. Yeah, I like that. You get jumped like that. It's really annoying. Kind of why I find this place kind of annoying a bit. You just having to fight a crap load of enemies is annoying, to be honest. I mean, I know it's a gauntlet, but still. It's just a little bit annoying. Like, they could have, like, calmed down with it. Gotta kill this behemoth again. We won't really have to cut because, you know, we're probably gonna like kill this with one shot. There we go. Can't skip this. You gotta like watch it again. But yeah, this place is not really one of my favorites. It was probably one I hated the most when I played it back in 2019. But years later, it's not all that bad. From what I remember from my teenage years. So. Yeah, the more enemies you fight, the more that breaks. Hey, look at this. It's a massacre. Carrying a lot of things and getting hit. Like it's a real big massacre. And you also need to come back to this place for later for certain materials. A lot of grinding. But for right now, we're getting current materials now in Gale. And the Harpy enemy. Great. You stop on these guys. They have a wind attack, which is actually really annoying. You can parry it, it's just annoying to like deal with half the time. And they fly in the air a lot too, which is actually pretty annoying. Now we get these guys with Dark Balls. The Dark Balls are the weakest ones, so you can take care of them pretty easily. You should never like die to the Dark Balls. You see right there, all my attacks are getting parried. Gale. Like, look at the running away. It's like these guys are pretty annoying, I would say. But we're getting a lot of materials by doing this. Thank God, if I died right there, I was just gonna be mad. Almost done here. Max HP for Donald.
Come on! Take that! Come on! Heal!
Door is almost locked, or almost chipped away. Yeah, the harpies combined with the heartless demons. Again, I don't really know their names, so like. I hate the fact that those linger.
Heal!
Okay, you're dead.
Heal!
Gotta take care of all of them.
Heal! Heal!
Yeah,
Come on!
you're all alone. It's bad.
Heal!
There we go. Even with the Oblivion, these guys do have like a lot of defense. So that's one thing to keep in mind about. And more. Great.
Heal!
Let's get rid of the dark balls first.
Heal!
It takes a long time for these guys to like die. Because like the constant parry of like, it just gets really annoying. And Goofy's back.
Come on! Heal! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Got him out.
This should help. Come on!
Thanks, Goofy. I really did need it. This could be the last enemy that we had to deal with in here. Oof. Biggest gauntlet. Not entirely done yet. The door to the final boss. But we are not going to be doing that. Next, we're going to be heading off to the Olympus Coliseum to do those extra cups. So guys, next time on Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, we are going to be, let's get this chest first. Mega Elixir. Okay, as I was saying, next time on Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, we're going to head to the Olympus Coliseum and do some side missions, or side battles. Get some more experience, be stronger, get some new items, and maybe see what else we could do after the Olympus Coliseum. See you guys then. Have a good night and take care.